about to descend underwater, but first we need to make sure our mask and regulator are on. In e-diving, you can put your mask and regulator on and off at any time by pressing the mask key. When you press the key, you can see the mask appear in your vision and hear yourself begin breathing through your regulator. When you're on the surface, you don't always need these on, and breathing through your regulator will consume air from your tank. Once you're underwater, you need your mask on to see and your regulator to breathe. If you don't have them on, then your vision will become blurry, and you will have to rely on the air in your lungs. Finally, before descending, you need to check your weight belt. You can enter the equipment screen by pressing the menu key and selecting equipment from the in-game menu. Once you reach the screen, you will be able to open your weight belt configuration and change the amount of weight you're carrying. You will probably need more weight than you already have in order to submerge, so go ahead and practice by adding a few pounds. Now let's descend. To descend, you need to let some of the air out of your BCD. You can see how full it is by checking the top bar on your status indicator in the lower left corner of the screen. This bar will also change colors when you inflate or deflate the BCD. You control the BCD with the mouse. Press the left mouse button to inflate your BCD, and the bar will turn red. Press the right mouse button to deflate your BCD, and the bar will turn blue. When you inflate the BCD, you use air from your tank, so keep that in mind and try not to use the BCD for minor adjustments. Now, deflate your BCD all the way so you can sink to the bottom of the pool. I will meet you at the bottom of the pool. If you still don't sink, you will need to add more weight like we practiced earlier. If you can't descend after deflating your BCD, try adding more weight like we practiced earlier. Try adding more weight through the equipment screen on the in-game menu. I'm glad to see that you were able to descend. How do you like breathing underwater? Now we're going to practice some basic movement skills. First, you will need to adjust your pitch. While you're in the first person mode, you can see your current pitch by looking at the indicator on the toolbar. You can change your pitch by either using the scroll wheel on your mouse or by pressing the pitch up and pitch down keys on your keyboard. First, use the pitch controls to lie down on the bottom of the pool. Pitch forward until you're flat. Good! You can change your pitch to anything from standing straight up to completely upside down. If you try to look at something above or below what your neck can bend to see, you will automatically change pitch to follow your neck. While you're pitched horizontally, we'll practice obtaining neutral buoyancy. Your objective here is to become neutrally buoyant just above the pool floor. To do this, slowly inflate your BCD until you're no longer lying on the pool floor, but slightly above it. You will see yourself rise and fall slightly due to your breathing, but you will always stay at the same depth. Now, you can use controlled breathing to ascend slightly without changing your BCD. Hold the fill lungs key to increase the amount of air in your lungs slightly, and ascend. Holding the deflate lungs key will also decrease the amount of air you hold in your lungs slightly and allow you to descend if you overshoot your target depth. Good job! Next, we'll practice swimming around. In e-diving, you swim forward by holding the kick key. You can also swim faster by holding the sprint key while you swim. You will kick harder when you do this, so you will move faster but also become tired sooner. You can also swim to the left, right, or backwards with the appropriate keys. Moving in these directions is slower though. Practice by moving around a little. Very nice! Now let's put everything together. In the middle of the pool, you can see a hula hoop. Your final objective is to swim through the hula hoop. To do this, you will need to maintain neutral buoyancy while kicking through the hoop. Here, I'll demonstrate. That wasn't so hard. Now you try it. Good job! Now let's ascend to the surface. First, adjust your pitch so you're vertical. When ascending, it's important to control your ascent rate. Also, the air in your BCD will expand as you ascend, so you will occasionally need to let air out. If you ascend too rapidly, you could hurt yourself and cause your dive to be aborted. Now kick up just a little bit to start your ascent. Once you reach the surface, remember to establish ample buoyancy by inflating the BCD a bit. Congratulations! We're done with this training dive. Next up, you should put these skills to use and see some of what e-diving has to offer in the open water orientation. Now you can end the dive by pressing the menu key and selecting the End Dive button from the in-game menu. After the dive, you will see information about what you did during the dive. You can also make a logbook entry that will appear on your online profile by pressing the log button. See you soon in the open water orientation site.